also of wood and of earth. So you see that defines the fact that your usefulness in the kingdom is not about how luxurious your service or what you do is. It's about the honor that it brings to him. So it tries to differentiate because before, in the eyes of man, gold is more expensive. So everybody would like to be golden vessels. Are you following me? Everybody like to be silver vessels. But he said, no. He said, in the greater, there are not only vessels of gold and of silver. He said, there are also vessels of earth and of wood. And you will agree, in every home, there are things that wood can do that gold cannot do. Hello? Hello? Albeit gold is more expensive, gold is costly, but every of this material has its place in the building and formation of the great house. So I was trying to make you to say, if you are not gold, don't kill yourself. It's not the function of whether you are gold, silver or not. He said you can be a golden vessel and you are dishonorable. Are you with me? So he said that in the great house, there are not only vessels of gold, silver, there are vessels of wood, and there are vessels of earth. He says some are unto honor, others are unto dishonor. So you can be a wooden vessel, but you are honorable in the sight of God. Yet somebody can be golden, silver, shiny everywhere, but in the sight of God, what is range and offering is dishonorable. Are you with me? That's why I told you. See, in service, find your place. If you are wooden vessel, if you are earthen vessel, be an earthen vessel. Don't try to be golden. When you try to become golden because you think golden shines, gold shines more, gold is more visible, gold is more seen, you will lose the honor that your act of service is meant to give unto God. Are you following me this morning? So some are unto honor and some are unto dishonor. So the key here is, while you serve, does your vessel render honorable service unto God? So God is not just interested in what you do. God is also interested in the vessel that delivers the service. For example, if somebody serves you a very nice, sumptuous meal of fried rice, salad, chicken, in a dirty plate that have been used for the past 7 days, you not wash it, will you eat it? Huh? Nice meal, smelling nice. But the plates, they have been using it for the past 7 days, and not be washed. There's no muco, but the meal is inside. If they serve you, will you take it? Is the food bad? Eh? Why are you rejecting it? The vessel is unclean. Are you following me? Yes. So when you render service to him, you must also pay attention to the vessel. There are vessels unto honor and there are vessels unto dishonor. So if you, when you want to serve VIPs, you don't just only pay attention on what you want to serve. You also pay attention on the vessel you will use to serve the VIP. True or false? Yes. You pay attention. You ensure that because the women have special plate they keep in the house always. When they have special guests, they go to that cupboard and bring that special plate out to wash it to serve. So being a nice caterer or a good chef, it's not just only dependent on what you serve, it's also dependent on what you serve with. So you see that our word today, now, balance is the key in working with God. Balance is key. So while you work on the content, it's also important you work on the container. Now, not just to God alone. For example, you can be very anointed, highly anointed, and you come to minister to God's people, to serve God's people, and you are looking unkempt. You have not your bath 7 days. You are wearing one tattered clothes. You are anointed though. But once you appear, your container will first disqualify you. Hello? Your container first establishes Because people don't see your content first, they see your container. Are you hearing me? So while you work on what you render, the service you offer, pay attention to your vessel. Let's see that. 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy. It said, but in the great house there are not only vessels of gold and of silver, but also of wood and of earth, and some to honor and some to dishonor. If a man therefore purge himself from these, he shall be a vessel unto honor, sanctified and meet for the master's use, and prepared unto every good work. Are you saying it? If a man therefore purge himself, verse 22 says, flee also youthful lust, but follow righteousness, faith, charity, peace, with them that call on the Lord out of a pure heart. So it's that to become a vessel unto honor. It's not a matter of which vessel you are. He said if you purge yourself of these sins, you purge yourself of youthful lust, you purge yourself of the things, the works of the flesh. Even that is what qualifies you to be a vessel unto honor. So to be acceptable in the sight of God, for your service not to be rejected, is to purge yourself of these things. Hallelujah. I know we live in a world, a generation that tends to water down on the place of righteousness, holy living. But you see, it said the foundation of the Lord standeth sure. Are you here? That's God's system, God's structure stands sure. It's not shaking. It's not being taught by the winds of doctrine. He said it stands sure, and God knows those who are his. So everyone that stands before him, do what you are doing, he said God knows those who are his. That's why he said, that people worship him with their lips, so but their hearts are far from me. So that means as we render service and engage in Christian service activities, God does not just see what we do physically, he checks the state of our hearts. So it's not how man sees, it's not how man rates that God rates. He said the foundation of God stands sure. Having the seal, the Lord knows those who are his. So let they that mention the name of the Lord do what? Depart from iniquity. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot combine sin and service to God. Hello? Hello? Man can accept the service that is mingled with sin and iniquity. But you see, the question is, does God accept it? Does God approve of it? You can live one lifestyle and come to church and do all you have to do, render out the service. This have told us, you can serve, do your work, and at the end of the day, you will be disqualified. When you are not a vessel unto honor in the sight of God, your service can go bless lives on earth. But you will stand before him on that day. He said he will say unto them, this one will say to him, Lord, I heal the sick in your name. Others will say, Lord, I prophesied in your name. I cast out demons in your name. And he didn't refute them. He didn't deny them. He didn't do a disclaimer. That means actually, they healed the sick in his name. Actually, they prophesied. They manifested giftings, did all those powerful things in the name of the Lord. But what did he say at the end of the day? He said, depart from me, ye workers of iniquity, for I know you not. Let they that mention the name of the Lord do what? Depart from what? So you see, even though they rendered service, they manifested gifts. He said, because they did not depart from iniquity, he will say to them, get behind me. He said, you were workers, you were serving, no good and fine. You were doing what you're doing in church, good and fine. He said, but you were a worker of iniquity. Are you following me? So while you pay attention to your service, ensure the vessel, the plate, the dish you are using to serve is clean. Are you hearing me? Are you following me? Now you see, He said, if any man purge himself, it is your duty and responsibility to keep your vessel clean. God will empower you. So what? If any man purge himself, so it is you that will have to purge yourself of these things. It's an act of dishonor to serve a man, to serve a VIP, a nice food with a clean and dirty plate. Hello? Are you following me? It's an act of dishonor. If you are employed, why should you do service in a house? And you want to serve your master, you have prepared a nice meal. You want to serve your master food, and you take a dirty plate. There's a way, no matter how appealing the food is, once they spot that the plate is dirty, instantly they lose appetite. I don't know about you. Once you spot, there's a way it turns you off. Once the vessel is dirty. Are you following me? So when you live in sin, you live in immorality, and you are serving in God's house, you are using a dirty vessel to serve God a nice meal. So imagine a master of the house and a servant. You pray good meal and serve in dirty plate. Imagine when he finds out that the plate was not washed, that was used to serve him the food. Just imagine the reaction. And this man has been hungry. So they've been waiting for the food, waiting for the meal to come. And now the meal came. And the vessel is dead. That servant stands a chance of losing his job. Hello? Are you with me? Then he must purge himself of these things. There shall be a vessel unto honor. Listen. Holiness still pays. Purity still pays. It may not be in the eyes of man, but God holds it in high esteem. It is an act. Hear me. It's an act of honor. What we call honor most times is not always in substance. There are things you do, there are actions that you carry out that honors the Lord. To keep yourself, for the Lord to stay away from sin despite the pressure all around. It's not just about going to heaven or hell. It's an act of honor unto God. Why? He said your body is the temple of the living God, and the Spirit of God dwells in you. So to depart from iniquity and keep your vessel unto him is an act of honor. Honor is not just in words. Say, Lord, I honor you. Just as love is not just in words. No, love is a verb. It's an action. So it's not in what you say. You can say it 1,000 times. If it's not matched with action, it's empty. Are you here? For God so loved that he did what? He gave. So when you say you honor God, it is not just in the saying. What actions, what sacrifice are you praying to show that I'm honoring God? That I chose not to compromise or behave the way the others behave. That I chose to keep my vessel and not be engaged in youthful lust. It is beyond the benefit that we get of making heaven. No, it is an act of honor unto my God. I refuse to serve God a meal in a dirty and unclean vessel. Let they that measure the name of the Lord. He said, depart from it. He said, you can't call the name of Jesus and you are wallowing in sin. It doesn't work. It doesn't follow. Are you following me? He said, depart from iniquity. Don't be a golden vessel that is dishonorable. I'd rather be an earthen vessel, even a wooden vessel, that is honorable unto God, and to be a golden vessel. And in the eyes of man, you are shining, you look bright, but the sight of God is as dirty as filth. So God is interested also in your vessel. When Solomon became king, and God blessed him so mightily. You know the story, how God gave him wealth and all. The Queen of Sheba heard of the exploits of Solomon, and she was amazed. She had heard of the wisdom displayed, heard of the wealth of Solomon. So she prepared herself, her servant, to go and visit Solomon, to hear wisdom from him. In fact, she went there not for anything. So she went to ask him questions and to hear wisdom manifested. Also, she prepared her tray, prepared her gifts, everything. You don't go to see a king empty-handed. And got to Solomon's palace. Also, when she got to Solomon's palace, all the arrangements. Of course, Solomon knew she was coming, so prepared nice meal for her. Also, when she saw the dressing, she saw the packaging of the servants of Solomon, there was no more spirit in her. They have not read that service yet. She saw the vessel that be prepared to render the service. That was the outward appearance. You see, when she saw it, she fainted. What? It was not about their service yet. Are you following me? It was about the vessel. So she saw it, and there was no more spirit in her. So God is not just interested in the service render. He's also interested in the vessel and the rendering the service. In Matthew 22, there was a wedding. I was a man planned wedding, and he sent out the invitation cards to friends, dignitaries, VIPs, and of course they all received it. On the day of the wedding, from nowhere, God began to come in. One say, I'm sorry, I can't make it I have to go to my farm somewhere. One say, I'm sorry, I have an urgent trip to Dubai. Everyone gave a story. One say, what will I put on my wedding ceremony that I planned for my son? So God is servant. He said, go into the streets. Enter everywhere. He said, go and gather people. Everybody, make sure this house is filled. So they obeyed, he went to the streets and he gathered people everywhere. And the hall was filled. Jam. They just went to the streets. Oh, my God, come and wait the full day. Let's go out and do it. And they all came. He said, as soon as they came, when the master showed up, he said he saw somebody in his level amongst the crowd that were brought here who was not putting on a wedding garment. And he said, my friend, why are you not putting on a wedding garment? Oh, the guy was speechless. And he told us, bind him hand and foot and cast him into outer darkness. He's somebody that you just saw today and invited him to come. He didn't even get IV ahead. But it tells you that even though he had come for the wedding, God was also interested in how he dressed and came for the wedding. That was a parable. Are you following me? He was interested. Why you not put on the wedding garment? That means why you not put on the wedding dress? He may have come with the right attitude to serve, to do the right thing, but he says you can't do that right thing in the wrong garment. Hey, are you here? He didn't know you may have it. He said, but you must put on the... And he told the guy was speaking. He didn't know what to say. He said, that's not a scripture. Bongo the guy out. God will not come physically to order you out because the life is live a life and you come and be yourself. But understand that God is interested in your vessel. Don't mix sin and service. Don't serve God meal on a clean plate or vessel. He will not accept that as a person. Don't do it to him. Are you hearing me? Are you following me? Serving God in holiness, righteousness, it makes your service honorable. Oh my God, it makes it honorable to him. You can be serving with a nice skill, singing nice voice, but that service can become appalling if the vessel is defiled. Are you hearing me? Are you following me? So don't just prepare the content, also prepare the container. You know, God is interested. One time in Exodus, God was to visit Moses and the children of Israel. God told Moses, he said, go and tell them, I'll be coming 3 days' time. He said, tell them to wash their clothes. He said, I don't want to come there and see smelly clothes. He said, wash the clothes first day, third day, and on the third day I will show up. He said, wash your clothes the first day, second day, I will come. So he said, go and tell them, it was 3 days ahead of time. He said, go and prepare. Don't just prepare the sacrifice, the burnt offering, or the altar call, the holy call. He said the people, they must come to me clean. Now this is not spiritual cleanness, physical cleanness. Are you following me? Before they can come approach him for service. If you see in nowadays, when God was giving them instruction, when he gave Moses to build the tabernacle, when he got to the garment of the priest, God was very, very intentional. He gave them the kind of material to use for what the priest is to wear. It was so intentional, so that those days, for they wear robe and gown. He told them, he said, as a priest, you must have your undergarment, so that you don't climb something and your body showing. So it was so detailed up to their inner wear on what to wear. That will tell you God is interested, God is concerned about the vessel that offers the service. Are you hearing me? Are you following me? So your service, that's why I told you, service is not just to bless God's people alone. Service is also an act of honor unto God. Hello? Hello? Your service is not fine. It is meant to bless God's people. It is also meant to honor God. So you see, it stands on two legs. So while you stand to preach powerful sermon, you bless God's people. Does your lifestyle that God alone sees and knows, does it honor God? Hello? Hello? When you stand to do what you do in God's house and deliver your service, people are blessed, are excited. You stand to sing a minister, people are blessed. That is one part of the service. The other part is, does your lifestyle, you that is a vessel and container that is offering the service, does it honor God? Because our lives, Bible said, honor the Lord with their substance and with the first fruit of other acres. So everything we do must find a way to honor him, because we exist for him. Are you following me? Therefore, thou hast created all things for thine pleasure. They are, and all were created. You sing the song, all things created for his pleasure. So we live for his pleasure. We live to honor him. In the great house, there are not only vessels of gold and of silver. See, there are vessels of wood, there are vessels of earth. I said, any man purge himself of these things, he shall be a vessel unto honor. So have the picture in your mind of Samuel in a dirty container of vessel. It's an act of dishonor. If you live in a house and you are the boss, and you have chefs that cook for you, and you are expecting dignitaries and guests, and your chef prepared nicely and serve the meal in a dirty platter, dirty plate, you will feel so embarrassed. Hello? You will feel highly disappointed at that chef. You'll be mad and angry. You won't feel honored. But there's a way the chef comes, serves the meal in a clean vessel, nice plate. And your guests, they've never seen the food, though. Just seeing the plate alone, they say, wow, this is nice, this is beautiful. That compliment alone makes you proud of your servant and chef. Hello? Hello? Yes. Just that compliment, you feel honored, you feel proud. So every time you come to God in service, and you are conscious of the vessel, keeping yourself clean for him. It is for him that you do it. It is for him. All our service, see, as I said,